In the opening segment, I briefly mentioned carrot. Let me now digest what carrot can do before going to headache. Carrot is one of the vegetables which remove toxins and unwanted substances from the body, particularly in the blood. By drinking a glass of carrot juice 1 hour before breakfast, yes, it can do that. But how many of us have juicers at home? I'm not talking about blenders, because all of us are always particular about blender. Juicers, the thing that can extract juice. So we should cultivate that habit of having a juicer at home, because there are instances in which you may not want to eat. You can just blend some things for yourself, all these smoothies, and you take it, and it will, fill your cravings for food. Carrot is scientifically known as Dacus carota, belonging to Apiaceae family. It contains 88% water, 9% sugar, 1% protein, 1% fiber, and 2% fat. The fiber comprises mostly cellulose with smaller proportions of hemicelluloses and lignin. It is a rich source of nutrients such as flavonoids, amino acids, folic acid, magnesium, calcium, potassium, vitamin A, and vitamin C acid. Health benefits of carrots include good vision, which is due to beta-carotene, which is converted to vitamin A in the liver. Vitamin A is transformed in the retina to rhodopsin, a purple pigment necessary for night vision. So if you are unable to drive at night, or you can't see at night, maybe you should be taking carrot so that you can have this rhodopsin, which will help you. Another good news about carrot is that it prevents stroke, and it also prevents heart-related problems. They say prevention is better than cure. So when you are on fruit, when you cultivate the habit of eating fruit, definitely some of these life-threatening ailments can be avoided. The reason is that it contains alpha-carotene and lutein. No doubt a carrot a day could reduce the risk of stroke by 86%. Can you beat that? So if you are the one that will just eat the aboki yokin carrot and you will take your face to the other side, perhaps you don't know what you are missing. Researchers discovered falcarinol and falcarindiol in carrots to reduce colon cancer, breast cancer, and lung cancer. Can you beat that? When carrot juice is mixed with honey, it is good for healthy skin and eliminate from the body. Equally to the vitamin A, an antioxidant that protects the skin from sun damage, since deficiency of vitamin A caused dryness of the skin and body wrinkle. It was also known to prevent infection. Its juice, when applied on the burns, helps them heal up naturally. So when you have burns in your body, you can use some juice of carrot, apply it on your skin. It will do the same work. Honey does that perfectly, but this is burns. We are not talking of wounds, burns. You can use calendula and you can use carrot. Calendula may be a bit scarce, but you can use carrot juice so that your skin can blend very well with and return to its original texture. The minerals in carrots also prevent tooth damage when eating carrot after meal. It scrapes off plaque and harmful food particles like toothbrushes. Carrots stimulate gums and trigger a lot of saliva, which, being alkaline, balances out the acid-forming, cavity-forming bacteria. When carrot mixed with a little honey, it is highly effective in all sorts of fever, general debility, nervous disorder, and anemia. Carrot is one of the main fruits in controlling jaundice and diarrhea. Vitamin A is an important nutrient for increasing sperm production as well as improving their motility. Carrots are rich in this nutrient. You can also consume vitamin A by eating foods such as oatmeal, red bell peppers, and dried apricots. So in a nutshell, the value of carrot can never be overemphasized, just like other fruits. So if you are not the one that doesn't make carrot your friend, I think this is a wake-up call that you should be taking plenty of carrot. And so are other fruits like apple and some other ones which we have talked about in this program. Like I always say on this program, most of those fruits which we commonize, or we tend to turn our eyes to the other way when we see them, are things that could actually benefit our body. Now we want to switch gear and we want to talk about headache. Headache. Are you the one that always have headache every time? You don't know what it is? Let's just define headache this way. Headache is a triggering pain due to diet, weather changes, bright lights, strong odors, malaria and menstrual period, stress and tension. Many things could be responsible for headache. Let's see the causes. You either do or do not have headache tendencies built in, and it's genetics. In some cases, it may be genetic. In other words, it could be an inborn thing, but that does not mean it doesn't have solution. What you can eat then influence that susceptibility that could trigger headache. Before we go into that, headache is an element which plays both young and old. You see young people, even from infants, you can start having headache. Only that infants cannot express themselves, but the toddlers can actually tell when they have headache. Though whether you have severe or frequent headache depends on great deal on your genetic susceptibility. So that one also plays a role. No doubt, whenever you find yourself in this situation, it's advisable to go for wider tests to know whether it's a result of malaria parasite or other related fever such as typhoid, yellow fever, jaundice. That is why some people, when they have headache, they will continue to swallow your popular pills. I don't want to mention the name. And they say that when you are on that medication for 3 days and the ailment does not subside, see your doctor. That is a very wise saying, because you may be treating wrongly. That is why when you are having a headache persistently, go for a test. The wider test will reveal whether your own whether your own is due to malaria symptoms or typhoid, whatever it is. But the issue is we must avoid self-medication. So we don't want to just be saying headache is very common, we can deal with it. There are some headaches that are very deadly that when it hits you, you feel like committing suicide. I know a lot of people, when they have that kind of headache, they will just lie still as if they are dead. You see, as if they were dead. So those kind of things, you have to really deal with it. So let's look at some of the food that can relieve headache if you are the one that always have headache. For example, listen to this: chocolate, red wine, caffeine, nuts, alcohol, ice cream. These are the food that can trigger. Those are the food that can trigger headache. These are the ones that can relieve headache: fish, ginger, and garlic. Fish, ginger, and garlic. The other ones can trigger it. When you eat all those things, it could give you headache. When our body is loaded with all sorts of garbages, then it can have a kind of negative effect on our system. Now, the only way to deal with headache, as usual, in our own way in this country, is we always go for medical treatment. Some of us, we just dash into the pharmacy. We know what to buy. We take it with water, and after a while, we experience relief. It is also good. But I want to tell you that there are other forms of therapies that can deal with headache very well. One of them is acupuncture. I'm not being parochial here, I'm just saying a statement of fact. So if your own headache has devised all forms of therapy, why don't you see an acupuncturist? A good one for that matter, the one that is certified, And as I'm doing this program, I know some of my students or my fans who are watching, who are very close to me, they know that when I talk headache, they know that there's a particular point I will just point to that can deal with headache. Those of you who are students of complementary medicine, you know the points. Or those of you who are into core acupuncture, you know those points. So acupuncture is one of the best ways to deal with headache. Is your own if your own is due to high blood pressure, because high blood pressure can trigger headache. If your own is due to that, there are points you can use that can reduce the high blood pressure and treat the headache. And incidentally, that point is not even located around the head region. It's located by the big toe and the second toe. It is on the liver channel. I don't want to mention the name because some of you may be thinking and speaking in tongue. It's liver 3. When you put your needle there, it will take care of your headache and will bring down your blood pressure. That is if your own is due to high blood pressure. At the same time, there is a point in the wrist, which is located in the corner of the wrist, in between the flexor carpi ulnaris muscle in the wrist crease. Here, that's where I'm talking about. In which, when you put your needle there, it could actually also reduce your blood pressure. But the number one point for headache is located in the interosseous muscle here, between the thumb and the index finger. And the Chinese call that point Oku. It's the best point for headache and more or less the best analgesic point in the body when you are talking of headache. And of course, there are couple of points on the head which can be used. If your own headache is due to migraine, if it is confirmed, migraine is one-sided headache that can make you to, you may not be able to open your eyes, you may feel like vomiting, and it could be very, very serious. There are points that can be used. If you look at the corner of our hairline, this is the corner of my hairline, that corner. Yes, there is a point there which the Chinese call, the point is located on stomach 8, and the Chinese call it To Wei. That is where you can put the needle. When you put the needle, you can actually deal with migraine. Not only that, when you put your needle there, you put it here, you put it between that big finger toenail and the second one, you put your needle there. Then you go to a portion in the leg which is called the lateral medial malleolus. 3 soon above medial malleolus, there is a point there which is an homeostatic point. The point is called Sayin Chiao. That is another point that can be used to actually bring down your headache. And apart from that, large intestine 11, which is also an homeostatic point, which is located around the bicep of the tendon of the bicep region here, when the hand is semi-flexed. It's another good point that can be used for headache. I am sure those of you who are listening to me are enjoying my flow, and it's a way for us to really learn. So whenever you're having a headache, you have taken your medication, the headache has refused to go, maybe you see your acupuncturist. See you next week. Shabbat Shalom.
Herbways, the pathway to family wellness.